Happy Sunday, folks. Welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all very well. My name is Pixlriffs. Welcome to your Sunday Minecraft live stream. We're out here making roads. Basically picking up where we left off on the last stream. We are very close to a hype train already. Thank you so much, State of Disgrace, Tyler Plays Up, and Bonnie for the resubs. Appreciate that very much. Dog the Dog, I'm way ahead of you. That was basically the title for the last stream. Sorry for the late start today, folks. Hopefully you didn't miss me too much. I'm just taking care of a couple of things on the server before we hopped online. Dad Holiday with the 8 months. Netcat with the 14. Thank you for the resubs, folks. Hype train is rolling. If anybody wants to get yourself some exclusive Twitch emotes. Shadow Knight, thank you for the 2 months. Tier 1. Been a while since you caught a stream. Well, welcome back. Happy to have your resub. Ski Pro with the 9 months. Looking forward to what we have in store today. What we have in store today is building. OT with the 12 months. Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat, please. Thank you so much for the full year of support. Of Tier 2 support, no less. Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat. Welcome to the Nerd Herd. Enjoy that nerd sub badge. We also had Blood Mustache and a Robo Baby Jesus with brand new Prime subs to the channel. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badges. Welcome to the Pixels. And Neolara with the 2 months. George the 6th with 2 months as well. Thank you, thank you.
Well, that's just Prime.
It is just Prime. Thank you very, very much. So, we're rolling into level 2 of the Hype Train already. And today we're going to be on Empire's SMP, where we are hopping online. And Ollie the Orion Sound is still here. He was hanging out earlier, pilfering my sand from my catacombs. I'm going to mute my microphone just in case anybody ends up popping in, but we'll see what we do. And I need to put a few things away here. Still got to tuck away some of the building materials from various other bits and pieces.
Well, that's just Prime.
Hang on 1 second. You made it to a stream, Chaotic Panda. Thank you so much. Welcome in.
That's just
40
Prime.
Thieves with the Prime sub. Appreciate the Prime sub. And let's throw these in here. Just try and sort out all of this miscellaneous gubbins. I don't know why I ever craft chests anymore when I have like 2 stacks of them sat in here, but you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. Mangrove can go back in there. Got some wool to put away. I've got tons of stuff in this bundle I need to sort out. Anyway, Heebie-Jeebie, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Guavocado. Excellent name. Thank you very much for that. Game is literally running on autopilot while I watch the stream. This Flight Simulator. Yeah, I've seen some stuff about that new Microsoft Flight Simulator. A lot of people are really into it. Like, for me, that's, like, that kind of simulation gameplay is not something that always appeals to me, but I can see how it appeals to other folks. Wilbur Wood, thank you so much for the 6 months. Half a year. Enjoy your new Yeet sub badge. Now, which one of these would you keep dyes in if you were me? Probably this one, I'm going to say. We'll throw those in there for now. Today was D&D day? No, that's next Sunday will be D&D. We were planning on doing back-to-back weeks at some point because we've skipped a couple of sessions lately, but that isn't happening this week to my knowledge, so.
Well, that's just Prime.
Zuka MC, thanks so much for the 5 months. Who's online right now? It's me and Ollie. What's on the agenda today? We're just going to be building some more roads around the ancient capital. I kind of want to get the infrastructure of this place figured out. Mostly I'm putting some stuff away right now because I have a few loose resources on me. But yeah, most of that's going to be okay. I think I'll probably sort some of this stuff out. Actually, let's pack the clock in first, and then all of this stuff. There we go. And then we'll put the rest away. Would I ever be interested in joining MCC? Not really. Competitive Minecraft isn't my thing. Like, I've done bits and pieces of stuff before. I like commentating events like that for Twitch Rivals. But, like, as far as being competitive, it's not really my jam. Sticking with the greys or will the palette change at some point in the road? I'm in two minds about it. For now, I'm just going to be working on the shape. So the shape is going to be largely made out of stone. But there's going to be some other decor going on. So I've been watching the new Lord of the Rings show on Amazon Prime, Rings of Power, and they have they've introduced the island of Numenor, and I really like a lot of the architecture from there and a lot of the production design, a lot of the what do you call it? The set dressing. I think they've done some really, really interesting stuff, and there's a lot of blue in there. It feels kind of like a mix of ancient Greek, Roman kind of stuff, but then also like a little bit of Moroccan, Turkish architecture. There's like domed roofs and stuff in there. There's some really cool stuff, and so I'm trying to draw a little bit of inspiration from that for some of the stuff I'm building around here. But I'm curious to see how that'll go. I have so many levers on me that I just need to probably throw in here, I guess. And these lanterns don't need to be in here. Gonna watch the latest episode later this evening. I won't spoil it for you then. I tend to discuss this stuff in depth and then go, oh wait, no, some people might not have seen it. So yeah, I will try not to overtly spoil anything. But I am really enjoying the show. Some extra coal and sticks in here as well. There we go. I'm the only one on the server that knows how to do redstone? No, that's not true. I think the others don't take the interest in redstone that I take, but I don't think I'm the only one on the server who knows how to do redstone. And let's face it, like, if people don't know how to do redstone, they can look up tutorials for farms or mechanisms or whatever. Like, it's not the barrier to entry is relatively low as long as you know what you want to do. Only exposure with Lord of the Rings so far is whatever I catch of the movies on TV and the Shadow of Mordor game. Fair enough. I've never played that many of the games. Like, I think I've played maybe like the Lego Lord of the Rings game once or twice, but surprised we haven't seen the architecture book this season. Well, the thing about the architecture book is that it's a lot of architectural theory rather than necessarily like inspiration and reference images and stuff. Like, there's a lot more in there about the history of architecture and philosophical considerations of architecture as far as I've read so far. All of the stuff about floors, you know? And there's some good photo reference in there, but it's not the best thing to be doing stuff on camera with. So what we've got right now, as far as the roads in the capital, is that we've got this road here that sort of more or less leads up to the catacombs. We've got the museum, which is on a sort of central thoroughfare here. And what we were working on last stream, you can kind of see it in the distance over there, and I like the fact that with a bit of stuff in the way, there's just like a bit more depth going on. But what we have over here is a road that comes down from the Great Bridge Road and is going to sort of wind down into the main city. Hey, there's Mythical Sausage. So I've got a bunch of stone here that I'm using to build this sort of main road. But I like the idea of climbing the hill in a sort of gradual way so that it makes sense that, you know, if carts and stuff are coming through here or people on horseback or whatever, they're not just they're not like riding straight down a steep cliff to get into my empire, you know? What does the future of empires look like? Last season we had the demon and all. Is there going to be something similar this season? We don't know yet, but the demon thing is not coming back. We're not reintroducing that storyline or anything, so...
Well, that's just prime.
Like, I'm pretty certain we're just going to see where the wind blows, you know? See what people are interested in. And right now you've already got a couple of rivalries building up between Jimmy and a few others. Joel's making enemies. Pirate Joe has a few enemies. As far as my stuff, I'm keeping it pretty low-key, so... WKT Sway, thank you so much for the 2 months. Bimunculus with the 12. Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat once again. Thank you so much for the full year of support. We also had that block dress raiding with a party of 15. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you guys had a good stream. Jimmy the Bearded Goat, thank you for the 10 months. And Shenko with the 10 months as well. I think I'm all caught up on alerts now. Right, let's see where we're at. I need to get some different sound alerts on this stream at some point that can help me differentiate when somebody raids and somebody subs or whatever, because right now I think it's all the same sound effect, and sometimes I want to be able to react to raids a little faster. Didn't know I had Twitch, been watching a lot of the YouTube content, I'm in love with it. Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot. So yeah, the way I want this road to work is that it's pretty broad right now because I want it to be nice and wide, kind of like the entrance from the Great Bridge Gatehouse, and we're going to have buildings up on the sides here. We wanted this to be sort of like an overhang and have a path that leads down there into whatever this cave is. But then this road, we probably need to make it wider on this side, considering the angle that we're running in at. But I wanted to have this basically be a raised walkway that maybe on this side we can have, like, we can have wheat farms and stuff, as though they're sort of on the outskirts of the city kind of thing. There's like a little farming district almost. But then if you come down here, it's tall enough that if we wanted to, we could just break out a bunch of this and put like a tunnel that goes underneath, or turn it into a series of arches that support the road. Right now, I just want to get the shape. Who's on the server right now? Ollie the Round Sound and Mythical Sausage are both online. Gonna start building the spawn hub for a challenge server. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Hope it goes well. We need to maybe bring this side in a little more. Something like that. That feels a little bit better. Maybe bring this up by 1. New Rings of Power episode was really good. I like it. I really like it so far. I'm going to be on Joel Duggan's other podcast, The Citadel Cafe, this Wednesday to talk about Rings of Power. So if you want more of my thoughts, you can probably head over there and drop Joel a follow. Because, yeah, we're going to be talking about that a fair bit. So I think we need to bring this one out starting around here. Just gonna sleep, I may as well. Hot take, you don't care for the Harfoots? I care a great deal about the Harfoots. Did I go to Fwip's wedding? No. I did not. Why don't you see me playing Minecraft with different mods? Because honestly, I'm more of a vanilla player. Like, I like all of the stuff that you can do in vanilla. I don't really have the time to start a ton of different modded series. I know a lot of people are playing stuff like Vault Hunters right now. But, yeah, personally, I've just never really been into Minecraft modded in the way that some other folks are. They kind of seem like fake hobbits. I mean, they're the hobbits' ancestors. It's like saying that, like, Romans were fake Italians. Like, it's kind of a strange concept. When I started my channel, did I have a specific age group in mind? Not really. I just figured I'll make a bunch of the videos that I like watching the same kind of style. I think a good vanilla series is so much more valuable than a modded series. I think the thing about vanilla Minecraft is that it's always gonna hold up. And, like, because vanilla Minecraft just adds to itself instead of changing constantly, the way, like, different mods and mod packs come in and out of fashion, people are always going to be interested in a vanilla series, and you're pretty much always going to be able to do the stuff that you see in vanilla series in future versions of the game, with the exception of maybe, like, a couple of glitches or technical things that get patched. But, like, they don't remove blocks from the game, and you don't see content leaving the game. So I think it's just a different kind of thing. Vanilla Minecraft feels more timeless, I guess. Have I ever played a modded series? Yeah, there are several on my channel. I started playing modded with a pack that the Decidedly Vanilla admin put together called Decidedly Neapolitan. And that was a while back, and I didn't really know much about mods at the time. I played a few other bits and pieces. I had a lightly modded Harmony series with PythonGB, who put together the Harmony mod pack. Yeah, I did a bit of Forever Stranded Lost Souls with the Cobblenauts group. I've done a bit of Sky Factory here and there. But honestly, my main thing about modded is that it feels sort of esoteric a lot of the time. You sort of have to know what the deal is with modded Minecraft in order to get the most out of it, and a lot of mod packs aren't all that beginner friendly by comparison. Like, I think Sky Factory was one of the ones that was really good at getting you started and giving you quests to do and stuff, and I think a lot of more recent mod packs have kind of learned from Sky Factory in terms of, like, getting quest books and stuff involved and making sure that the player has some guidance if they are less familiar with modded Minecraft. I mean, technically Empires is a very lightly modded series. It's all aesthetic mods, so it doesn't really feel like modded gameplay, but we have some mods running behind the scenes that just help with server performance and custom textures, but I wouldn't call this a modded series at all. It's all vanilla gameplay, you know? And, like, technically any server that uses a customized server jar or runs sodium and fabric and whatnot, it's all modded, technically. I'll bring this in here. Only time you've ever been able to understand replay mod is from my videos. Uh-huh. Well, I'm very happy that I can coach people through learning replay mod, because it's a really valuable tool. Your kids made a nice looking husky skin using Blockbench. You don't know how to add it to the game. I've personally not done a great deal of retexturing stuff myself. All of the stuff you see in Empires is done by either the other folks on Empires or an artist who is helping us with a lot of the design stuff this season. So, yeah, you're asking the wrong person, I'm afraid. I'm not really that familiar with how it's all done. Like, I just about know how to make a Minecraft texture pack, and even then I can't make it from scratch. I just end up modifying somebody else's. Archeo Plays, thanks so much for the 12 months. Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat, please. This is the title you really wanted? Well, it's one you have now claimed. Thank you so much for supporting the channel for 12 months. Welcome to the Nerd Herd. Enjoy that nerd sub badge. Feels like we are just about to make landfall over here, and then there's immediately a giant ravine. TeenyBit80, thank you so much for the 7 months. What am I working on? This is the main road that comes down from the Great Bridge Gatehouse, circles around the outside, the outskirts of the ancient capital, and then comes on down into the main street as I'm thinking of it right now. So we're mostly just working on having a gradual slope down into the city here instead of the usual Minecraft thing where you just make a really steep set of stairs. How close am I to other empires? If you go like about 1,000 blocks south of me right here, yeah, about 1,000 blocks south you get to Tumbletown. I think Jimmy is probably the closest to me, and then Lizzie is away north that way. Fwip is slightly to the right. Joel is slightly to the right of that. False is basically directly across the bridge from me. I think those are the closest ones. But this savannah is pretty large, so I have a lot of space around me. Is it a bridge or a terraforming project? It's more of a bridge. This is going to be structural. It's not going to be like a natural landscape feature. Right now I'm just working on the shape and size of it like this, and then we're going to work on making it feel a bit more like a man-made feature a bit later. Just always assumed Jimmy was the furthest away from everybody. I mean, he's in basically one corner of the map, if that makes sense. Falsus claimed a bridge plot. Yay! I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I want to check in with False, see what she's up to. Amazing Cincy, thanks so much for the 9 months. Mr. Beardstone with the 33 months. Gosh, Beardstone, has it been that long? Makes you feel old, doesn't it? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Gonna have to cut this tree down, I think. It's gonna be in the way otherwise. It's one of the things I'm looking forward to about this whole road setup, is having a few custom trees growing up in front of it, like help blend the whole thing in, make it feel like it's been here a while, you know? I really need to do some creative designs for custom trees. Import a couple of schematics so that I learn how to build them and then maybe commit them to memory a bit more after that. But like I'm pretty useless at designing trees in survival. I can do a few of them, but there's people who are able to design some awesome looking trees that I'm just like, how have you done that? Trees your Minecraft nemesis, right? Oh, I think I didn't... Oh, yeah, I didn't light up that one, did I? Wow. That's a lot of skeletons. I'm just gonna let you lot fight it out. I'll come back later. Thanks. Whoever wins, we lose. I think 3 of them killed each other off there. That was actually quite impressive. Yeah, as most of these I've remembered to put torches in. That one I did not. And see, now we can start to follow the natural grade of the landscape a bit more. We might need to do a little bit of terraforming around here. But this whole section now being effectively walled off. Hello. Is there a witch here? And yeah, you could do some stuff on this side. The city wall is going to be around there, but you often find that farms are built outside of the city walls because there's room for them to grow a bit more naturally. The dude 1469, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Good morning to you. The alerts are really loud. Yeah, sorry about that. I need to adjust them in a separate dialogue thing in my streaming software, and I've not gotten around to adjusting those lately. I need to do some new stuff for alerts anyway. It's been a while. I need to change it up some. Just been busy. Shovel's evil witch friends have visited my empire to find ancient ingredients. Well, they can chill. The turn it takes there is maybe a little sudden, but again, we can work on the structure of it, make it feel a little bit more intentional. This section kind of dips in a little bit. Now that I have Prime, am I tempted to watch the Critical Role show? Not really. Not really. Like, I don't want to watch too many TV shows at a time. I'm not like... A lot of people will say they'll put a show on their second monitor when they're like doing behind the scenes work on their Minecraft stuff. I don't tend to do that too much because I find myself getting too distracted by the show. I listen to podcasts a lot because it's an audio medium and I can listen to it whilst I'm still fully focused on my game window. But yeah, as far as like, I don't want to get dragged into watching too many shows because then it feels like I use up all of my time with that. It's difficult when you're job is effectively playing a game. Like, you're making a job out of a leisure activity, and so you're like, oh, cool, everything is just leisure activity. So me watching TV feels like I'm still doing what I'm doing for my job, and I'm like, it's not the same thing at all. So yeah, I tend to stick to audio stuff, or like sometimes other people's YouTube videos, just things that I know I'm not going to have to follow a plot for or anything, you know? So I think around here seems like the best place to make a tunnel. Something that's like roughly that size. And carve this part away. It's another very dark one. Oh. All right. Care to let me out of this one? Thank you. And so our angle of approach is going to be roughly from about here, so we're going to come out the other side. Basically between these two trees. I hear Jimmy wanted to turn the inside of my bridge into a black market. That sounds like a fun idea, to be honest. I was expecting Fwip to do something like that, where he'd like... You know how he's got tunnels going everywhere? Right? You know how he's got tunnels to various people's empires at this point? I was fully expecting him to use the Great Bridge as like a tunnel, because it's hollow, so you could just put rails in there really easily. It's basically purpose-built for you. Of all the people to start a black market, I enjoy the fact that it's the sheriff thinking about that, though. His black market toy business. So yeah, that's quite nice. Probably a little taller than this. Somewhere like that. The other thing is we could... I almost feel like that's too tall now, because what we can do is scoop the land out a little bit. So even if this feels a little bit low when you're walking into it, it's like you step down and you step down like this, and it still feels like it's pretty functional. The sheriff breaking the law is just really getting into character. I mean, yeah, he has said he wants to do a villain arc, and everyone's complaining about how he's a corrupt sheriff and stuff. So yeah, I feel like there's a fair bit going on there. Scott suggested it first, and Jimmy was super on board before he remembered he was the sheriff. Oh, I gotcha. This bit sticking out doesn't make any sense. The Sheriff of Nottingham, yeah. There's going to be a lot of stepping back and looking at stuff in this stream and going, is that right? Is that doing what it should be doing? Like, I think so. Who is Robin Hood then? Probably Whip at this rate, which is an alarming thought. Stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. Giving wardens to the poor. Is the area below the road gonna be like for slums? Like the area on the other side of here? Probably not. Like, I don't really want to think of this as being divided by class or anything. Like, I want this to have been a fairly prosperous empire, and that means for everybody. Like, unlikely though that sounds. I'm not that concerned with bringing elements like that into it, because it's all just going to have been abandoned anyway. Pirate Joe stole from everyone and gave to Catherine. There you go. It's Pirate Joe. Pirate Joe's our Robin Hood. His very own Maid Marian. Yeah, I like that. I like the tunnel. It feels like it's in the right place. The question is, do we want to do archways like that kind of frequently? I want to say no. Like, I want this to be solid. I think. Cool though it would be to have it more like an aqueduct style thing. I feel like aqueducts also need to be straighter than this. Let's sleep real quick. Yeah, and like if you have stuff that's built out of cheaper materials and so forth, it might not have been preserved in the way that some of this stuff was. When Halloween comes, you should dress up as Indiana Jones. I mean, I'm basically Nathan Drake already, so... Dress up as Good Times with Scar's old skin. That'd be really funny, actually. Like, if for a Halloween event we all dressed up as people from Hermitcraft. As though they were, like, folktale characters or something. That'd be pretty funny. Or do I imagine made the civilization end, natural disaster, slow climate change, war, or something else? All kinds of stuff, I expect. Like, I don't have a specific story in mind for it yet. Like, I haven't planned all of this stuff out ahead of time. I'm just figuring out what, you know, what works at the time, what feels logical. Having an Azuma party. Yeah, the Azuma party was so good. I really enjoyed that. It did feel like Azuma's birthday, which was quite strange. So question, can we do some sort of like archway around this? We'll use stone bricks for now. We can vary things up a bit later. But is it going to make sense to have like something like this? Like, there's room for it, I think. Stop that. It's one of the things that really bugs me is the blocks, like, glitching out like that and just shimmying around all frantically. Yeah, we can figure some stuff out. I like the fact that we can just outline it like this and it feels more deliberate. Obviously, we can do stuff with slabs to make it feel like a better archway than this. Oh, the X had no idea it was an Azuma costume party. I mean, he doesn't need to change. He did, but he didn't need to. Just turn up as himself. Am I planning on doing a behind the law for Pearl's mural in the catacombs? No. You've seen all you need to see. I didn't record the building of it or anything. Azuma's warden skin was cooler than the other Azumas. I don't know. I think the axolotl Azuma was probably my favorite. B Zuma was very good too. We need to clear this up. I don't want there to be a massive gap in here. B Zuma, best Zuma. Hey Kirsten, welcome on in. I am having a good day, thanks for asking. Just bring some grass. Like I don't build with enough grass. Love watching Jimmy streams where Green is not prepared at all, right? Just it being a running joke at this point is very funny. Like, even if he was ready to go, I imagine he'd still find some excuse to be late just because it was funny. Evil Azuma should have crashed the party. Did anyone go as Evil Azuma? Like, I know Green was there as, like, Strider Azuma, which was the red one. But I don't think anyone went as Evil X, and that would have been a really good joke. Solid. Looks natural. I like it. The question is, like, if this is man-made, like, how are we gonna have it supported? You know, like, is it gonna have? I feel like buttresses seems a little bit too excessive. You know what I mean? But I think we could have like supporting pillars on the sides. To kind of help it feel more structural, you know? I need to ask if I can get a backup of the world as it currently exists so I can tinker with some of this stuff in a creative copy of the world and then rebuild it in survival. Because I feel like some of this stuff, like I've got the right ideas but not the right execution quite yet. Save the pig? The pig's fine. Not in any danger. We're going to have to keep going from here. Around the corner, though. I do like this a lot. Hot Jam, thank you so much for the 3 months. Welcome in. Needs contrast to break up the stone? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll need, at the very least, like, some basalt or something in there, right? It's my go-to this season, is just throw some basalt in there. Certainly going big this season. I'm trying to. Honestly, part of the reason I think this theme is successful in the scale that I want to build at is because I'm building with a lot of materials that are very easy to get hold of. Farmable in mass quantities, or you're getting them constantly throughout the season. Like stone, deep slate, that kind of stuff. The basalt you can farm very easily. How easy do you find it sticking to a world? I have a lot of grandiose ideas, but the execution of the ideas always leaves me daunted. It's about being able to commit this amount of time to it for me. Like, I know that I'm going to be playing Minecraft as a full-time job. I feel like I have the freedom to embark on larger projects and not get put off by it. It takes a while, and it's about building up the stamina for it, really. Like anything that involves extensive periods of activity, you've just got to build up to it and pace yourself. Like, think of it as training for a marathon almost. Like, it seems absurd to think of it that way when you're just going to be like sitting down at a computer clicking on stuff, but to see an idea through from concept to execution on this kind of scale takes a lot of work. And honestly, building in creative really, really helps. For me, at least. Like, that's the approach I've taken this season, is not to be afraid of designing stuff in creative and not to feel like it is somehow cheating to do that. I didn't do enough creative building for Empires Season 1. And the fact that I have Lightmatica, so it's a lot easier to reproduce builds. And now I've put in the effort to understand how Lightmatica works. I'm finding that aspect of it a lot easier. Oma Plays, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, a brand new sub to the channel. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Welcome to the Pixels. Hannah is busy. Thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back.
Well, that's just prime.
And Chessmaster with the Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime sub. Yeah, I guess if we're turning right here, then we can start the next road this far down. If I got a chance to finish Pixandria, would I take it? I could finish Pixandria anytime I wanted to, but I'm not planning to do that, so no. Like, I could entirely take the world download from last season and continue working on it in a single-player world if I wanted to. Like, I could do whatever I want, but I don't think I have the right mindset for that right now. I wish I could have built the anthill too, but it was a very complex thing at a time when I was about to restart Minecraft Survival Guide, so... You can remove dirt and take stone down a footing, makes it look finished, not like it's just sitting on the terrain. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that allows stuff to look embedded in the terrain. Right? Is having no dirt lingering at the bottom of it. Like, obviously, this is a difficult place to deal with that because there's a lot of fracture in the terrain, but the terrain is riven with fissures, as they would say in Rings of Power. Has Survival Guide taken a back burner now Empires is back? Yes and no. Like, I'm still doing it. I'm not going to stop doing Survival Guide, but I'm being a bit more aware of how I use my time. And it's pretty clear right now that my audience is quite invested in watching Empires. Like, if you look at the views on my Empires videos compared to any of the recent Survival Guide episodes, like, Empires outperforms Survival Guide by, like, 3-1 right now. So, I'm going to prioritize Empires over Survival Guide if I have good ideas. But if I have a really killer idea for a Survival Guide video, I'm going to be straight back in there, you know? And ultimately, Survival Guide is a series that, A, is evergreen. The tutorials are there for people to watch whenever they want to, instead of feeling like they have to keep up with the latest videos for Empires. So Survival Guide is a series that can take a back burner and still not die. Whereas if I left Empires for a couple of months and then came back to it, I'd be way behind everybody else in terms of storyline progression and stuff like that. And also, Survival Guide is something I could very easily pick back up when there's the next Minecraft update, and there's so many different things that can, like, contribute to more Survival Guide content. Am I basically done with Skyblock? I've been done with Skyblock since 1.16. Like, I don't imagine myself coming back to Skyblock for a while. I really enjoy Skyblock, but it's just too grindy for me. Considering the other series I have to do are all also vanilla and all also kind of grindy. So yeah, don't expect any Skyblock videos anytime soon. What do I think of the new Minecraft Live announcement? I mean, there was no real information in it other than they're doing a mob vote and the date. I thought the animation was really sweet. And, yeah, that's it, really. We watched it on the last stream, so right before we switched to Minecraft Bingo, you can go back and see that. Like about 2 hours into the last stream. What have you missed? Not really. Anything. We're just working on this whole road coming down from the main road from the Great Bridge, and we built half of this last stream. I just continued it this stream. You've not really missed anything. Obsessed with the video, it's so catchy. Yeah, I think Element Animations did some of the, if not the majority of the animating in there. But it's a really neat little video. It kind of reminds me of ZloyXP's frog step animation, but that's, you know, it's an animation about a frog that has some stuff from the Wild update in it, so, of course, that's how any animation based on the Wild update is probably going to turn out. Which video? Go to Minecraft's YouTube channel and look up the Minecraft Live 2022 trailer... announcement trailer thing. The frog eating a goat from the glitch was a really cute touch. Yeah, no, they've clearly got a few in jokes in there, which is really sweet. I do still wish that happened occasionally as like an Easter egg or something that you could add through like a name tag or something. Like that there was no voiceover, just the animation itself. Sure, yeah. I feel like that's also potentially less work for the team producing it. Because they can just swap out, I say just swap out some text. Obviously, it's more complicated than that, really. But instead of having to do a voiceover in a bunch of different languages, because Minecraft is such an international game, they can change the text over. And as long as the text is applied using like an animation where you can just change the text and then the animation still happens, you can do a lot with that, I think. Frogs eating goats is an alternative way to get goat horns. That'd be too easy that way. I mean, obviously you'd have to make it a very occasional interaction for the frog, but even then. Take a quick look at this from the air. Yeah. It's not a perfect curve, but then I'm not expecting it to be a perfect curve right now. Why did I become the Frog-Light Man? I was looking for a farm that I could do that wouldn't step on anybody else's toes, and that was it, really. I said, like, I'm just going to farm whatever nobody else is doing, but if anybody else wants something in particular, and they were just like, oh, frog lights, do frog lights. So I did. Any other empires claimed a spot on the Great Bridge yet? I'm pretty sure somebody said False has. I haven't looked lately. I don't want to spoil stuff if people are building on it right now. Bedtime. Go feed Shovel's frog. That frog's been fed enough. Mentioned helping Jimmy out with Creeper Farm. Is that still the plan? Yes. Yes, I would like to do something about that. Especially since these are the last fireworks I have. If I was the only one online, I would consider not sleeping just so I could kill some creepers. Don't feed the frog meat, it gives bad luck. I'm pretty sure I gave it a golden carrot when I was there. I should bring it a magma cube at some point. Or somehow lure a slime onto the Great Bridge. From where, I don't know. The nearest swamp is miles away. Rewatching the survival guide from the beginning, nice. It's a long, long watch. Stevie, thank you for the 2 subs. Beer Poutine Bacon is a very Canadian name. Thank you so much for the 5 months. And Gilu Boy. Enjoy your 2nd month, courtesy of Stevie. Any more ideas for the museum? I've got a couple in mind, but nothing set in stone yet. One of the things I really need to do with this road, I think a really solid idea, is to have a staircase leading up to it from one of the sides. A little footpath going up to the side of the bridge from, like, maybe even from down here somewhere, right? So this tunnel seems like it's for foot traffic. It's wide enough for horses or whatever, but then have a staircase leading up the side there that takes you up to the top. Because yes, there's a hill here that you can climb up to the top this way, but we might put some buildings here or something. I think for access purposes, it makes sense to have a staircase going up the side here. And I think once we have an idea of the shape of this road and what we're doing with the detail for it, the structural detail especially, we can start working on areas that feel a bit more ruined. Like, it'd be very easy to just take a few blocks of the stone out here, put some tuff, put some mossy cobblestone, a bit of debris down there, and, you know, that section of the road is crumbling and has, you know, fallen. But I think we can work out the details of that later. And yeah, the question is, do we just put basalt pillars up here, you know? Build it, then wreck it. That's how Sausage does it too. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that way, right? The majority of it is going to be solid and intact. It's figuring out what we do with the rest of it. I have a date for the next Empires episode? No. The next one is... Like, the one that I've currently been recording is one of the kind of behind-the-scenes lore ones. So I don't know when that's going to come out because it involves somebody releasing a video interacting with the thing I built for them. But then I'm going to do a video about this road and a bit more of the city planning around the capital is the plan. We need to spruce this pillar up slightly. We're out of stone from this. Julander, thank you so much for the Prime sub, the resub for 6 months. Thank you very, very much. Half nerd, yeah, there you go. But yeah, on the other side of this, I may get started on that now. I want to plant a big wheat field. Because this little wheat field here will have to go at some point, I expect. And if it doesn't, I'll be surprised. I don't want to get rid of it quite yet, because I don't know what's going to replace it presently. And it would be kind of fun for a massive wheat patch to just have grown here. But, I think I need a little bit more wheat growing opportunity for hay bales, for muds. I need hay bales for, like, target blocks and stuff as well, right? There's got to be some elements. That we'll need a lot of wheat for. Where does this road connect to? It connects the Great Bridge gatehouse entrance. It's gonna, like, lead down into the Central Empire. The center of the capital here. What's in the new update? Which update you talking about? 1.19 has a ton of stuff. Ancient cities, mud, mangrove, all of that stuff. Deep Dark the Warden, all of the Skulk stuff. They haven't announced 1.20 yet, so we have no idea what's in that. Have I made a survival guide episode on water physics? I've made some which involve water physics. I haven't done a survival guide episode specifically about, like, how to manipulate water or whatever. There's a lot of mileage there, I expect. Let's bale this. We have a little bit more wheat just kind of hanging out here. Yeah, 1.20 is going to be announced at Minecraft Live in... what would that be, like a month? Just over a month? It's like October 15th, I want to say. Do I have hay bales in here? I do, there we go. Opposite the mud, it makes sense. How much of this do I have, by the way? Oh, decent amount, okay. I was thinking I might have to farm some soon, but I think I'm okay for now. Love using mud bricks, especially with Mediterranean-style builds. Yeah. There's a lot to be said for mud bricks in desert builds now, too. Why do you put your chest backwards? Because in there, it's supposed to be, like, catacombs, so they're not really meant to be, like, chests. They're meant to be tombs. Caskets. So yeah, on this side, plenty of wheat seeds to plant. I need a bucket of water. A water source over there. And we'll need to dig out a diamond hoe from somewhere. Ollie's AFK right now. Do you think it's safe for me to go and fight stuff? Because I need more gunpowder. Do I not have a diamond hoe in there? Would I have left it in this one? Oh yeah, okay. Cool. Let's go find some creepers. What about Sausage? He logged out. Amazed this place isn't just bristling with creepers now. Usually ends up that way. There's one over here. Oh, he slept. Curse you, Orion Sound! How long will I be streaming? Probably until 6 PM my time, which is in about an hour and a half. Go away. Did I get a baked potato from that zombie? Heck yeah. Gonna eat that. Nice. Zombie taters. The map Pirate Joe used to find the skull should be in the museum as well. There's nothing too special about that map. I don't know if he still has it. Maybe he can make his own museum and it can go in there instead. Minecraft bingo? Maybe. What filling for the baked potato? Cheese and beans. What can we chuck out here? The egg, probably. That's a good start. Will I build some old ancient trees? Probably, yeah. Nothing too big, though. I find that committing to large custom tree builds is like committing to building a mountain. It's sometimes a little bit too much. Oh, there he goes. He's off. As soon as it starts raining, he's off. If you're just going aesthetic wheat fields, then you can not worry about hydrating it and just plant it wherever, but in this case I do want it to be growing at a reasonable rate, so... Oh, we got a chicken. Would you look at that? Okay, we've done a big tree like Whip's hardcore tree. Nothing like that. Nothing that large. Done a couple of custom trees, but nothing that's like world tree kind of size. Bees so the wheat can grow faster. Would Gem allow that? I mean, if I wasn't farming them for honeycomb and stuff, probably, but... honestly, just pollinating the crops is kind of random. Doesn't really help all that much, in my experience. And it really helps if you can contain the bees somehow, which... I don't think I'd want to do. Like that you keep the tree in the field. Honestly, acacia trees are some of the best trees to have in wheat fields. Because they're usually tall enough that they don't tend to get in the way. And they've got split trunks and they actually look quite nice. Yeah, tall oak trees are good for that too. Am I going to have a hint of current civilization in the ancient city? I don't know yet. I have not honestly thought that far ahead. I just want to build cool stuff right now. Build cool stuff is priority. Oh no, we updated the water. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 spots around here that don't get hydrated yet. But then we'll have another water stream somewhere over here, maybe. Maybe we'll start one there. Just got to find some water now. I wonder who put this here. Don't think that was me. Is there any dripstone down there? That's all granite. What is Rings of Power? It's the new Amazon Lord of the Rings show. It's like Lord of the Rings except older.
Well, that's just...
Nice to see Middle-earth in a different age. Yeah, I think so. Finally have your ancient fruit setup complete, aging your first set of wine. Nice, enjoy that. Ancient fruit is so useful. Honestly, like a vineyard or something like that would be kind of cool to have in this city. Maybe using dead bushes or something like that. Growing on the upper slopes. Annoy my parents to watch it with me and my sister. It's a decent show, I think. I build some kind of old historical defense wall, probably attached to the gatehouse over there. Yeah, I'm building a road that kind of acts as a wall as well. I want to have some farmland and stuff out here that's kind of on the other side of this main road. So that as you walk down here, there are fields of crops on one side and then buildings on the other. Cars or dogs? It's kind of like swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Silbana Wolf, thanks so much for the 6 months. Big fan of the archaeology and Rings of Power. Yeah, like they've clearly put a lot of thought into the costuming, the set design, a lot of the evidence of previous traditions and that kind of stuff. I think the Harfoot traditions that we see in the most recent episode are really interesting. But their culture is still very much like a pre-literate culture. So a lot of it is tied up in oral traditions and artifacts and stuff like that. You're the only one to find the first 2 episodes incredibly boring? Probably not. There's a great deal of people I think who have their reservations about the show, and that's fine. But you're not going to convince me otherwise. I'm really enjoying it. The thing about this show is that they have the ability to take their time with it. They're not going to try and cram like feature film amounts of like plot points and action and stuff in, because they're going to make 50 hours of TV, so they have a while to set some things up. But I think the fact that it's an anthology show, effectively, like you've got different perspectives happening all at once, and so it keeps cutting back and forth between them, means that a lot of people who really enjoy the Lord of the Rings movies don't get the same feeling from this show, at least not yet, because in Lord of the Rings you basically spend the entire time, especially in the first movie, with Frodo and company, right? And then after that you have the Fellowship splitting up and different parties of people going in different directions, but by that time you've spent some time with those characters, you've established who they all are and everything. How many episodes are there up till now? There's 3 so far. They're coming out every Thursday night if you're in the US, or very early on Friday morning in the UK. Is it a crime that you never watched Lord of the Rings like at all? No, not at all. Like, sometimes stuff like that misses you, and that's fine. Ain't a problem. Hey Fukari, welcome in. I'm doing pretty well. Just working on some nice chill stuff today. We've got this road over here that I've been working on, coming down into my ancient capital build from over here on the gatehouse, and now we're just working on some farmland over here to give the place a little bit of agriculture. Any take on House of the Dragon? Haven't been watching it. Aside from it being a HBO thing, and HBO is distributed weirdly in the UK because we don't have it as a TV channel, so a lot of the time it gets distilled through some other service. I think it's either Sky or one of the others in the UK. One that I don't think I have access to. I'm sure you could buy a HBO streaming package over here, but I just don't care enough to do so. I also gave up on Game of Thrones after season 4 because it was just too grim for me. So, yeah, House of the Dragon probably wouldn't be my thing anyway. I think there's an achievement for breaking a diamond hoe. There used to be. Now it's an achievement for crafting a netherite hoe. And the achievement for breaking a diamond hoe was really more of a joke because you didn't really use hoes all that much except for stuff like farming, whereas now they're used for a whole variety of things, so it seems a little bit less, I don't know, less funny if it was just to break a diamond hoe. See where we at here. It's a start. It's a larger wheat field. We've doubled our wheat production. One of them's already grown. Look at that. Champion. Oh, there's another one over there too. But, yeah, maybe we'll end up building some stuff over here. I kind of like the idea of that pillager watchtower having been, like, a windmill at some point. We could just add a windmill blade on the side of it. If this entire, like, hillside was covered in wheat, you know? That'd be really funny. But the pillagers, like, took over the windmill after the area was abandoned or something. It's distant enough that it could be a windmill, you know? Yeah. Right. I think we might switch to Minecraft Bingo. Now that we've done a little bit of the infrastructure stuff here, I'm just kind of... I need to introduce this concept in a video before I take it too much further, and I still want to do some creative drafting on, like, how the wall is going to look and everything. Yes, Ginger, bongo. We're going to play some bongo. I don't have bongos, actually. I should probably get some. In case we want to do some beatnik poetry or something. Anyway, give me 2 seconds to change the stream title. And I've got to log in and log out. So that we can play in Minecraft 1.16.5, which is what the bingo map is running. There we go. It's going to be jittery for a couple of seconds here. Loading up the worlds. So, our previous personal best was it 28 minutes? Something like that? Hey, the dude 1469, thank you for gifting those 5 subs. Like I thought I took a screenshot of it last time. Let me see if I can find that. I did not, apparently. It was 27-ish minutes. Was it like 27:20? Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I sort of like the idea of picking a couple of cards myself instead of asking chat for numbers just to see if we can improve on that. Because I think my previous PB, we did just look at what came up on the wall and think, yeah, that one looks okay. The enchanted books are an immediate no. This one looks doable, but then the saddle is there. It's always either a saddle or an enchanted book, right? Golden apple is probably the easiest. Diamond hoe you'd have to get pretty lucky with. Target block still requires a hay bale, but that one's not too bad. The name tag, though. Now it's the name tag, you see? They're always going to hit you with either a saddle or a name tag or something that you can only get in a dungeon. Ender pearl's a bit tricky. Yeah, we'll just do random cards. Seeing as our previous effort was 27 minutes, then we'll hit the random thing 27 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Alright, so this one has a saddle, which is kind of a pain to find, but it shouldn't be too bad. We get a piston, but not a sticky piston. Heart of the Sea's not too hard. A block of iron. We don't need too much other iron for stuff. We don't need a cake, so we're not looking for 3 buckets. We will need to get a diamond pickaxe at some point, but if we're going for Heart of the Sea, then we'll be getting some buried treasure loot anyway. We got orange concrete and pink terracotta. That's interesting. Should be doable. Alright, so for folks who haven't seen Minecraft Bingo before, this is a map that you can download. If you do !bingo in the chat, it comes with a data pack that installs all of the custom stuff for you. You get a randomized bingo card with 25 items on it. There are a whole variety of items, but they pick from certain categories, so you've always got a fairly balanced amount of stuff to get. And the idea is that you've got to find them in the shortest amount of time possible. The timer appears on the screen next to the little clock icon there, and a bunch of other stuff that helps you navigate a little bit. There's a compass, there is your relative coordinates in the chunk, there is your Y coordinate as well, and your coordinates relative to your spawn point, which is randomized based on the same world. So if you look at the actual coordinates, we're in the, like, the 20 millions or something. Because it just picks a random spot elsewhere in the world to pretty much guarantee you will have not been there before. So that you don't end up looting the same treasure chest over and over again or something. We're gonna... Oh, gosh. We're gonna try and do this the speedrunny way and then immediately get flung into a pool of water. But that's okay because there's plenty of stone around. There's even some coal. Pretty funny that that just was one block down. Get a little bit of coal while we're here. Thanks for the video about shaping. Oh, cool, no problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Alright, we'll craft a shovel as well, because we'll need one of those to get out of here. And then... You know what? Let's grab some sticks, but let's not worry too much about anything else for the minute. We can break this, and that'll give us a route out. We don't need sand for anything, as far as I know. I guess we'll need it for the concrete powder. So let's grab that real quick. Let's grab a bit more stone. But I think the thing we really need to do... We'll need cactus for the cyan dye. Right, we need to find iron first and foremost. There should be some down here, yep. Plenty of it there. Is this a Java thing or is it possible on Bedrock? I'm pretty sure there are Bedrock maps that do stuff like this, but I couldn't recommend any off the top of my head because I've never played them. This is a Java map specifically, but... If you own Bedrock on PC, you now also own Java on PC. I think that's the way it works, so you could always download Java and give it a try. If you're on mobile or whatever, or on consoles, then I can't really help you, I'm afraid. Grab a little bit more gravel till we get a flint. That's very good. Trying to look at what we need in terms of nighttime mob drops. We will only need a spider eye and some gunpowder for the firework, and I think that's it. Let's take a quick look around here just in case we run into any dungeons, but I don't think we will. No more iron or anything either. It's at least one Bedrock Bingo map that I've seen. There you go. They're out there. Give them a try. Man, I'm so used to having Swift Sneak now that sneaking at the normal speed feels like walking in water without Depth Strider, you know? Oh dear, I don't have a shield yet. Come at me, bro. Thanks for the bow, I guess. Alright. That's that taken care of. Okay, what do we actually need the iron for right now? We can craft the iron block, and that'll just get rid of all of it. Can craft the tripwire hook. I guess we'll also need string for the crossbow. Don't really need the bow and arrow for anything. Alright. I think we craft the buckets. We craft a shield. And we leave. Because our next step is really to find a shipwreck. And the shipwreck should have more supplies for us, as will the treasure chest that we're hoping to get from the shipwreck. So, really we want to just head for the nearest big ocean and try our luck. Now, having turned all of my wood into a shield, I think I'll need to grab a bit more of that so that I can make a boat. We'll go for the apples a bit later, I think. The other thing I want to do while I'm here, because this is a big open desert, is find a dandelion and see if we can get the rabbit hide. Because rabbits can be difficult to find later in the run. So let's grab that. Yeah, there are sheep there for the bed as well. We should probably kill them now just so we get the bed figured out and so that we have some food. Because often I can just run after all of the other items on my bingo card and then I realize that I don't actually have any food to eat. Alright, so are there any rabbits here in the deserts? Hopefully there are. It may be that we were too close to spawn any rabbits for the most part of that. Alright, not to worry. We'll find rabbits elsewhere. We don't need fish for anything. There's a pufferfish right there. We do need sea pickles, so let's quickly grab one of those. We'll also pick up one of these for the yellow dye. The tiger over here for sweet berries. Cool. Can eat the remainder of those. Now, what else are we looking for? Mostly just need a shipwreck to start us off. We might also need to get some stuff from a ravine later. There's a nice, easy shipwreck. Oh yeah, spruce sapling at some point. There's a nice open plains here as well. We don't need the pumpkin for a pumpkin pie. Or a jack-o'-lantern or anything. We need to get a magma block from the ravine at some stage. This is going to have the chest in it. Oh, the chest. The treasure map. There it is. Probably take the paper from there as well. We don't need suspicious stew. That's enough wheat for the target block. Gunpowder and paper for the firework. Which aren't in the creative... Oh, not the creative, the recipe book. Yeah, we don't need the rest of that now. And I guess towards the front of this? Is it in this one? Yeah, there it is. That's what I was hoping for. Get out of here, you. No gold or anything, but plenty of iron. So let's stop off here, make some food real quick, re-equip our shield, because I don't see any rabbit biomes around here. While we're doing that, we'll dye the wool, make a bed. Not seeing... I mean, there's a spruce biome over there, but the sapling will be kind of far away. We can craft that into yellow dye, go looking for reds. Should have brought more poppies with us when I had them nearby. The main thing we need to do tonight, then, is fight spiders. But we're basically good as far as other mob drops, because we got the gunpowder. Rabbits spawn in snow, and they don't spawn in savannas. Otherwise I'd be up to my ears in them on Empires. They spawn in snowy biomes and deserts primarily. They also spawn rarely in a couple of other biomes. Like tiger biomes occasionally get one or two, but there are so many other mob spawns in those biomes that deserts or snowy biomes are better because you just don't get other mob spawns there. Don't want to sacrifice my bucket now, but we can get a bucket of milk from these cows. We have the leather for the item frame as well. There's a bee nest there that we won't need. There's a spider. That was rude. I was blocking. Didn't even drop anything. Insubordinate and churlish. Let's try again with you. Okay, at least we got some string. It's better than nothing. Is that a village? Good golly, so it is. What will they have in a village that will be useful to me? Other than more spaces that will spawn spiders. Not seeing a blacksmith quite yet. Food is useful. Oh, hang on. It's not going to be enough, is it? I should also have gone looking for this treasure chest, like right away. Why is there a drowned with a trident? What is this? I'm inland. Absurd behavior. Must have followed me from the coast. Alright, I'm gonna get killed. That's nowhere near me. I need to be going northwest. So it's this way. Oh, there's a jungle over there. Perfect. Unbelievable. Can't believe there's a drowned there. I'm like, what? Mildly absurd. Alright, let's see if there's any melons around here. Oh, there's one there. Good. That's a start. We'll need more than one. Let's quickly do one of these. So you need to place the orange concrete powder and break it to obtain orange concrete. And then for good measure we can bury this zombie in concrete. So at least 2 melons here. Good, that's enough. Let's make the hay bale now. And then we can probably turn the rest of that into bread. I don't want to do that right away just in case I'm misremembering something. Yeah, kind of all over the place right now. We don't need the suspicious stew. I'm going to throw that. It could be something really useful like saturation, but it could just as equally not be. Still need to fight some spiders, ideally. We don't need cocoa for anything. Lay some eggs. Basically directly north of here. Mutton, there we go. Knew I'd brought some good food with me somewhere. Okay, that's just miles away still. I did leave my crafting table back there. Hello? Okay, that just lagged out. That was fine. Where are we on this map even? Okay, this is the ocean part, so we're basically dead ahead of us. Right by this ocean ruin. Oh, I hate when this happens at night. It's like here? $88.99, there it is. Got one of those. Ah, wow, okay. The drowned conga line. It's a little excessive. Did we need anything else from there? Probably the gold, right? Yeah, this ain't gonna work, is it? Okay, let's see what we can collect. There's too many of you lot. I'm nicking your stuff while you're at the house. Oh, buried treasure map. Wonder where it's going to take us. Thought so. I'm going to die to all of these drowned, but... Yep, thought so. Couldn't make it back to the boat. Alright, well this run's dead. Let's go to the lobby. And try the next but one card, maybe. Oh, slightly frazzled today. I might turn the fan on in here, it's kind of warm. Slightly frazzled. Yeah, this one's not bad. I'll give this one a try. Did I lose all my progress now? Yeah, on that card, yes. If you go back to the lobby, that's what happens. We need a saddle for this one. You can get saddles in villages sometimes as well. So if we get lucky, we might get that one. The rest of this doesn't look too bad. Decent amount of iron required. No slime. Very few mob drops, actually, which is good. And we'll be looking around for pumpkins as we go. Acacia. No sign of acacia from here. Okay. Yeah, normally I don't tend to quit runs if they're going well, but that one was just kind of eh. Desert Temple or a Mineshaft would be good. Mineshafts don't appear in this world generation, I believe. They've been taken out from the custom world settings. Desert Temples are a thing, but they're also quite rare because they need a large amount of desert to have better chances of generating. Alright, good. Let's get stone pickaxe on the go. Make this a bit faster. So part of any other SMPs before I became a YouTuber? No, I basically became a YouTuber exactly the time I started playing Minecraft on PC. Because the reason I started making videos was so that some of the folks I knew on a multiplayer server that required you to be a content creator would let me on so I could play with some friends. So, Minecraft and YouTube are basically synonymous for me from quite early. Alright, well, we don't have any of the... None of the chickens around here have laid an egg? Nope, okay. I see some mushrooms up here, which we can get for a good start. We get the sugarcane from here as well. Still remember the time you found a research station during bingo? That was fun. If there are 3 sheep up here, then we can get our red wool now. There's 2. Ba-ba-ba. So, one of the other things about the custom world gen in Fetcher is that the dungeon count has been increased, because this was basically the last version of Minecraft where you could do that. So always check when you hear mob noises, because more often than not there is a dungeon there. Unfortunately, that dungeon did not give us some of the better things it could have done. But we did get a couple of useful bits. As you can see, a lot of dungeons here, though. Oh, enchanted book. If only. Channeling book, too. That's pretty funny. Hello. Please do explode. That's fine. Thank you. We are on easy, so... Okay, that's 2 skeletons that naturally spawned inside of a zombie dungeon. Okay, you're in the boat now. Good, that's what I was hoping for. Loyalty book, get out of here. Gunpowder. Alright, he's not going to shoot the guy in the boat, so that's fine. We'll get out of here now. A lot of dungeons. Wish we got that kind of generation of vanilla now. Do we need hay bale for anything? Nope. I think we can probably just make bread. Can make shears with those. Even though they'd be better to save for something else, really. In the meantime, have any of these chickens laid eggs? That one has. Perfect. We'll save that for later. Let's head back through here via the brown mushroom and this sheep so that we can get some more red wool. Okay. Reasonable start. We can use the shears on the vines. Thank you. Didn't see any berry bushes back there, but we'll keep moving instead of going looking for them. You get some clay from the swamp. Oh yeah, for the flower pot, sure, yeah. Clay is still pretty common around shorelines in this world gen, so we can find stuff like that pretty easily. But it's nice to have it without having to think too hard. Don't think we need paper for anything else, or sugar, do we? Oh, we would need 1 sugar for the pumpkin pie. So really now we're just on the lookout for a pumpkin. We don't need a dead bush this time. Can throw those. And we don't need anything rabbit-wise. We just need ink sacs from the squid. So we don't need to craft grey out of those. I guess we could get some cactus here for light green instead of worrying about the sea pickle idea. Okay. So that'll do for that. We'll get some bone meal for white dye. We'll cook the furnace. We'll cook the clay ball. Throw that. Set this down. Craft a red bed. I don't see any acacia trees around here. I'm glad we got the saddle at least. That's a good start. We really need to go looking for iron now. I don't like the fact that I can hear guardians. We'll chuck that. We'll make a boat. We'll throw this. We'll make a bowl for mushroom stew. We'll throw those. We'll probably throw the mushroom as well. Okay, let's go looking for... Oh wait, one more thing. Let's craft some doors. We could do the glass bottle, that's a good point. We'll grab that for whenever we need to smelt some stuff. Let's go look for a ravine. Is that one going to work? Oh, that one's going to work. Hello. Now, quick reminder to myself, you cannot place doors on transparent blocks. This looks like a treasure trove. Somehow I always seem to put myself down next to the spot that only has 2 iron. We'll keep that there as our base camp. Guardians might be killing squids. They almost certainly are. They don't really attack anything else. Alright, Dolphin. You're great, but we don't need you here right now. Cool, we've got the magma block. And enough coal to start fueling the furnace. Lots of iron here. We can't mine the gold yet, but we'll need that for golden apple, just in case we can't get that any other way. We need 1 diamond for a jukebox this time around. There's lapis there too, which you can get with a stone pickaxe. But for the minute at least, we'll focus on getting iron just for speed. We'll throw those out. That's lapis done. Bit more iron. Oh, a lot more iron actually. That's good. Very useful. Now, I don't actually need a great deal of redstone this time around. I have 1 redstone from that dungeon. We'll need that to make the compass for the map. And I think we only need 1 more for the piston. I don't see anything else that really looks like it will need redstone. So we should just be able to deal with 1 of these. A bit more gold over here. Okay, that's 7. Lucky 7. Alright. Hoping for diamonds, not really seeing them. Tiger village for the cauldron, maybe, but villages are kind of hard to find if you're looking for a specific one. Unless you saw one in the distance already. Let's get those smelting now. With the... we need 2 buckets. We can probably make the compass now and just deal with the iron deficit. We'll just need that. Get the empty map. Turn 1 of the sugarcane into sugar, and then we should be good for that, yeah? Make sure we got enough of those. We should honestly just make a second furnace. So that we can do this. And then this one can start cooking, what do we need to cook here? The sand for the glass bottle. Alright, so let's take another quick look around in case there are any diamonds here. Don't see any there. Oh, I hate getting stuck against currents like this. It's the worst. It's so annoying. It doesn't look like there'll be anything over this way. We do need more iron, though, so I'll grab some of this. Not going to look down there. It looks like a red herring to me. Okay, that should be enough to keep us going. Get the rest of the iron cooking, cook the sand in this one. We need to kill a squid on the way up. I don't see any gravel around here. That's 2 buckets. We have enough iron for the cauldron. We also need a bunch of iron to turn 1 of these into a blast furnace, and I think we need 1 more iron for that than we have currently. But then this can start smelting the stone, so that can become smooth stone in a minute. We can look around for one more piece of iron. Oh, there's more gold here. And some gravel, okay. Don't trust this in the slightest, but there's our flint. Any more iron around? There were a couple of pieces that I saw earlier, but I think we got most of it, if not all of it. That needs to go straight back in. Twice baked stone. There'll be some, like, higher up in the walls up here, yeah? You're not iron. Handy skeleton defenses. Just gonna eat some raw fish. Sushi. Well, sashimi, probably. Okay, that's that taken care of. We got this as well. Honestly, let's turn this into a blast furnace now. There it is. Yeah, we also need enough iron to make rails and stuff, so there's a fair bit more iron we could do with. Get away from me, drowned. Alright, the ocean monument is not going to be helpful. How's this ravine look? Not deep enough for diamonds, I don't think. Oh, that's a rare sight. Very cool. Don't normally see a Badlands this big in Bingo. Is that low enough for diamonds? It might be. We'll go for it. Nope, there's some iron here, though. Oh, gosh. Is there another one? Thank goodness. Okay. Let's cook some food just so I can eat something. Now I'm back to only having one furnace unless I do this. Sure. We'll stick with that. We'll just try and cook as much iron as we can, because I don't have any coal. And I can make a piston now. We need 1 bucket of water for the fish. We have enough iron for the cauldron. And now we need a little bit more for the rails. But we won't be able to cook it right here and right now. Put this back down just so we can grab the furnace in a second. I don't think that's going to cook, but we can use the sticks. So we can make sticks anytime, really. We have 1 more block of iron that I managed to mine. Before the dolphins get away with it. Okay, not doing too badly. I still need to find a pumpkin. There's a couple of biome-specific ones. We have the glass we need for the glass bottle. So we can throw that out. Break these, break these. Yeah, alright, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Can kill this squid for the ink. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we're good. We're on the boards. Lovely. Sweet berries over here. Any sign of sweet berries in the taiga? The poppies kind of tricked me. This is looking more like mountain than taiga right now. Okay, nothing there. Keep moving. We have enough that we can just craft the rails now, so let's do that. Get them out of the way. Said get them out of the way. Keep the doors. And now we need a bit more wood, so let's find a couple of isolated oak trees, take them down, hope we get an apple from those, because we can deal with that. We'll get the snow somewhere nearby as well, probably. And we could craft a stone hoe. Don't want to make a gold one by mistake, because then we lose some of the gold that we need for the apple that we're trying to get in the first place. Ideally you do this with an iron hoe so the leaves break instantly, but stone is still not that bad. Yep, okay. We'll move on. We need a tropical fish. So I'm not seeing any warm oceans right now, but we'll hopefully have one around somewhere. There's our berry bushes. That's a warm ocean. So we should be able to get a tropical fish from here. Go looking for another ravine. I already filled a bucket with water. We found Nemo. Still not seeing any savanna biomes unless I passed one by, which I probably have. We need a cow from somewhere. We need a ravine deep enough for mining diamond. I think that shipwreck's going to be too landlocked, sadly. The houses here are useless unless one of them has a treasure map. There's our acacia tree. Nice little coral reef. I see cows over there as well. Unless there's cows in the savannah, we probably have to go for those. Why do all these trees have to be so tall? Also, why didn't none of them drop saplings? Come on. No, we're not going to match our PB here, I don't think. Still worth it, though. Can get an apple out of one of these oak trees. There we go, finally. Alright, let's get the golden apple taken care of. I haven't seen pumpkins anywhere super accessible. Let's just go for the cows because we know they're over here. Okay, well, we broke the axe, but at least we get the item frame. You know what? Let's just craft a wooden one. Doesn't feel any faster. Okay, out the other side. Still looking for pumpkins. Still looking for a spot like this where we can hopefully dive down and find some diamonds. Hey, perfect. Okay, so not a PB, but still fairly respectable as long as we can find ourselves a pumpkin. And some snow layers, but you know. Snow is around. We also got 2 diamonds in case we want to make a diamond hoe or something, you know. Traveling by boat is probably the best way to do this, even though pumpkins grow on land. But you can cover a lot of ground and you don't lose hunger. So spending a lot of time in the boat is actually advisable. Not going to find the pumpkin in a ruined portal. Can probably break down the snow on these icebergs for snow layers. Because there's some on the mountaintops, but it's, again, kind of a pain to get up there. And there is a small chance of finding pumpkins, I think, in the, food chests in shipwrecks, but it's a pretty tall order. You can also find pumpkin pie in Tiger Village or Snow Village chests as well. But good luck. Could have made a diamond axe, true, but I don't really have anything left to chop with the axe aside from the boat, and it still breaks with a wooden axe, so I could hit the pumpkin slightly faster, I guess. Pumpkin for sub 30. Just holding myself up here. Okay. Here's our Hail Mary. See if this boat has anything. wish I knew where to dig down in these things. Nope, no pumpkins. Oh no. The ice formed up over our heads. Alright, no more sub 30 for us. But still a chance to get a pumpkin, then we might be able to fit in one more run. And before we find like a tiger village or something and there's just pumpkins everywhere. Sailing off into the sunset. Still looking for that elusive pumpkin. It's going to get harder to search at night, obviously. If only we had kept that red bed. Eating my carrots for some sense of comfort here. The only orange vegetable I currently possess. Witch hut. It's not going to have pumpkins, but it's at least novel. Red Bed Redemption. Red Bed Redemption. There's the resident witch. Gonna stay well away from her. Good to know they're around, though. Tiny turtle. Aren't pumpkins technically a berry? I mean, well, they're a gourd or whatever, but who's counting? What are you, a cop? That's lava, not pumpkins. It's pumpkin juice. Jus de pumpkin. Midnight Hail, thank you so much for the 5 months. Very tempted to tag me on Twitter about a post that you saw about St. Andrew's Cathedral in Scotland. I'll Google image search it later. Right now I'm trying to find a pumpkin. I haven't had pumpkin seeds on me or anything, so it's not like I can just plant some and wait. Yeah, this is how ridiculous it gets sometimes. If you don't find a pumpkin on the way, if you're not paying a huge amount of attention early on when you're looking for this stuff, it can be like a half-hour search for just one item, one block. Is it midnight yet? A zombie may turn into one. In Halloween conditions, this would be a very different run. Although I think they are wearing jack-o'-lanterns rather than pumpkins. Like, they're wearing carved pumpkins. So I don't think you could make pumpkin pie with them. But on, I think, the 30th and 31st... There's our pumpkins. On the 30th and 31st, all of the zombies and stuff are wearing pumpkins on their heads. Almost a sub 35. My awkward getting out of the boat notwithstanding. Sub 35. Let's get back to the lobby. 34.55. Not bad. Not bad. Give us a number between 1 and 30, and we'll do one more run before we wrap up the stream today. Capsca Primero says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we need an enchanted book this time, but hey, we found 3 of those on the last run. We also need a cake. Yeah, this is terrible. There's a couple of things here that are a little easier, but yeah, this is a rough one. This is a dungeon raiding one. We don't need any diamonds for anything, but they would sure as heck help. I guess you could get an enchanted book just by getting a book and building an enchanting table, but you do still need to mine 4 obsidian for that, which definitely takes time. Alright, let's have a tough one. And there's a ravine right there, so that's not terrible, I guess. Okay, Dark Oak is at least over there. We can go via the swamp, get a bunch of paper for the map. We'll need sugar for the cake as well. And for the spider eye, actually. There's plenty of seagrass around. All of that stuff's going to just come naturally. Tiger over there for some sweet berries. Not seeing as many good prospects behind us, so onward we go. And we'll come back to this ravine if I remember, which I probably won't. Is there any way of finding north with Pocket Edition? There's no F3 button. You wanted to do the lapis trick? Well, the lapis trick doesn't work on Pocket Edition anyway, so I'm pretty certain it's just a quirk of Java terrain generation before a certain version, and if you're playing the current version of Pocket Edition, it also wouldn't be that helpful, because all of the terrain generation and ore distribution has changed. But if you want to know which direction north is, it's pretty easy. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west, so figure out whether the sun is going up or going down, and then point yourself accordingly to the relevant compass direction. I always think of that scene in the Avengers movie where Samuel L. Jackson's like, is the sun coming up? Then put it on the left. Remember in the early days before the sun moved, you had to look at the cobblestone texture to figure out what was north? That's wild. Man, I just noticed there's cocoa beans on this one as well. You really picked them, didn't you? Alright. Let's start with a little bit more oak wood. Because we'll need that for the bookshelves and stuff as well. There's 2 minecarts in this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. Let's go for the dark oak sapling now. We can get the dandelion here. So there's already a skeleton. Well, this is good, actually, because we could get a bone. We could get both. We got neither. Naturally. Okay, let's quickly try and mash through these for a dark oak sapling. Luckily, we just need the 1 and not 4, so we'll be okay. There we go, we got that one. There are definitely chickens around here. I feel like I saw some earlier. No early eggs. I know I said we get dandelions, I lied. Let's go to the tiger, see if we can get any sweet berries quickly now. We'll come back for those chickens. Maybe we'll get lucky with a shipwreck? I hope so. There's a really tall coral over there. Don't know if that's auspicious or not. No dungeons there. No dungeons there either. A couple of flooded cave-looking areas. The tiniest patch of tulips. These give you magenta. These give you pink? They do. Okay, well, you at least have the pink dye. Yeah, I heard some spiders down here. Oh, good chest placement. If only we needed the name tag. But we don't. However, we do have a couple of good things in here. We get the string, the bones, bit of breads. We'll take the breads. We don't need melons, so the melon seeds there are not helpful to us. Not a bad start, though. I'm completely turned around now. Yeah, we could farm that spawner for spider eyes, couldn't we? Honestly, though, I think it's better to just keep moving because there's so much other stuff we'll need to get. Those aren't all that useful to us now. So this ravine, then. There was one further out here, closer to our spawn point, that was good. So we can try and get that. We'll need a squid. For the ink. We need pumpkin seeds this time. We'll need enough redstone from down here. Actually, we've got enough redstone, I tell a lie. Got enough redstone for basically everything we need to do as well, so that's good. I think I see another dungeon in there. I could be wrong. That's all the iron from that. I am correct. Oh, wait, no. Is that lava? That's lava, okay. Alright, the gold we will probably need, we can't mine yet. Okay, we got all of those. Same with that gold. We got some more gold down here. We have enough gold down here, I think, at least. Watch me get only surface gold and it's just 7. Or 8. More iron down here as well. Now I've lost where I put my furnace. So let's just dive down here and get some more of this. Because we'll need a lot of iron. Don't need the magma blocks this time, so we can leave those. Oh yeah. Forgetting I need to breathe while I'm doing this. Okay, that's at least part of the way to what we need to do. Let's grab a bit more stone so we can make another furnace. Then we can use that for the furnace minecart later. Split this in half. Probably cook some food after this as well. Let's turn this into a block of redstone. Turn this into a compass so that we can get the empty map. Once again, we need a bucket of tropical fish. We also need some shears for the seagrass. But we can get that right now. Other way of getting that without shears is by killing a turtle. But we'll need the shears for the pumpkin if we get pumpkin seeds that way. But you can craft those, I guess, so 6 of 1. Okay, let's get one of those on the go now. We'll need another one later, but who's counting? We'll also need a lot of buckets for the cake. So that's a whole deal. But in the meantime, the first thing we need is an iron pickaxe so that I can get the rest of the gold from over here. I know I did that in the wrong order. I'm not going to put it back. There we go. Now, we will need lapis if we end up going the enchanting route. But I don't really want to do that. Where's the rest of the gold? There was some here. There's one here. And that is 4 gold I have right now. Feels like I should have more than that. I hear zombies, but I'm not sure where. And to be fair, there's just cave systems around here, so who knows. Still need 1 redstone dust, I know. Does the door thing work on bedrock? It doesn't. Doors automatically waterlog on bedrock. It's a very useful trick in Java, but then again, it's probably going to get patched out of Java at some stage, just for parity or whatever. Oh, boo. Don't need you. I do need the dungeon down the end of the hall, though. Oh, it's not a dungeon, it's gravel. Never mind. Don't need the gravel. Get wrecked. And that wasn't quite enough to deal with him, but... And again, I'm hearing a fair amount of mob noises now, and again, I'm interested in whether or not those are dungeons or not. That's either a dungeon or a significant horde of zombies. Significant enough for me to take a look, anyway. Don't really have enough coal for this. The lapis trick doesn't work on Pocket Edition. Is there anything new? Well, Pocket Edition world generation is the same as Java world generation now, so the best thing to do to go mining for diamonds is go down to the lowest possible point in the world and just branch mine. You branch mine at bedrock, basically. Just torch trick this gravel, I think. And put that on a comfortable hotbar key. There we go. Where the heck is that dungeon? Oh, it's over there. Alright, just gonna die. Keeping 3 wheat for the cake. Almost killed that bat. I don't know where all the zombie noises were coming from back there. But now I don't know where I came in. Was it up here? Further up? Oh. Yeah, that's right. If only I had not killed that baby zombie. Or the chicken that it was riding, rather. Alright, that's that taken care of. These, on the other hand, are probably going to kill me. Oh, finally. Okay, golden apple. Look at that. Saddle, bones, bit of iron, 3 buckets, absolutely no enchanted book. Got some gunpowder, though, so that's handy. I mean, I think this is a dead run anyway, but we may as well keep going for a bit. There's our gold block. I'm going to eat this to heal up. Let's at least turn one of these furnaces into a furnace minecart. We can also craft the cauldron. We can craft the bow that will get us a dispenser once we have one more piece of redstone. And we still need a bit more iron to cook for the hopper. Most of the rest of this is okay. It's just the enchanted book is such a killer. It feels like I've already been playing this run for half an hour and it's barely 17 minutes in. Okay, we need to make a chest. I mean, we could have just taken one of the ones from back there, but oh well. We need a hopper from that. And we need the hopper minecarts. There we go. So this has not been abysmal so far. Let's get an axe. So that's at least viable. Trying to think what else we need aside from a spider eye at this point. From down here. Make the grey dye. Provided that we have any bones. I think I left them in the spawner. Yeah, I did. So we can throw that. Okay, well, at least we hung around for long enough for me to realize that mistake, so that's good. Oh yeah, I'll need some paper to make books if we're going to make that bookshelf. So we'll turn one of those into sugar now. We need 2 sugar for the cake. Cool. Alright, let's go. Where? I'm not sure, but we're going. With haste. We're still right by spawn. Which is significant because if we come back over here to these chickens, they might have laid an egg. And there's still a couple of spiders around, which shouldn't be hostile to us if the sun is coming up. So this means some pretty easy spider eye chances. There we go. We need even more sugarcane. I guess I could just craft this string into wool, right? We can get the wool that way for the red bed. Not pink, red, thank you. Alright, that's one less thing to worry about. Let's grab this, find a brown mushroom, get some more sugarcane. Because we'll need that for paper if we get that later. Alright, let's make a move. Eat this carrot. And throw out the raw food. Won't really need it at this point. Was there a jungle around here? No. No, there was not. Might have seen one from the air, but it's gone now. I think we have enough iron for the buckets still. So that should be the cake taken care of. And then we can reuse a bucket for the tropical fish. We need to kill a couple of cows for bookshelves. Still hoping to luck into a dungeon that has an enchanted book. Alright, we've just got 3 buckets there, that's fine. That one didn't drop any leather. Needed that one. That one gave us 1. Come back. Ran for the tree line. Alright, that gave us 3. Good. So that's books. More paper, more books. Bookshelf. Alright, we'll get 1 more leather. We'll craft ourselves another book. And that way, if we need to mercy kill this one with a self-enchanted book, then we can. Let's get some clay from this swamp. I think we got all of that. Yep. Okay, good. So glazed terracotta is a possibility. We need purple dye, I guess. So hang on. What can I throw away here? The arrows, we don't really need those. Don't really need the sugarcane now. Mossy cobblestone we can throw as well. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this one's bracing. Jungle over there. Don't you need 2 books? 1 for the enchanting table and 1 for the book? Yeah, that's another concern. But I have enough sugarcane now. We just need to kill a cow. I'm still counting on getting an enchanted book from a dungeon somewhere. But goodness knows where. Which artist did my avatar? That would be ZloyXP, who I do the Hermitcraft recap with. That's purple. Cocoa beans. Thank you. Freaking faking me out. Enchanted book? Nope. Free redstone, though. Enchanted book. Thank goodness. Okay, run is viable. We can throw that in there. Free zombie villager, anyone? Oh, another dungeon here. I don't think there's anything we could possibly need from a dungeon now, though. Unless dungeons start having whole cakes in. But that's fine. We can throw this. We still need an egg for the cake. Where are we at with any of this? Dispenser. Yes, good. So, I'm going to head back to spawn. Which is this direction. Or that direction, rather. And try and run into a chicken on the way. We don't need anything from sheep anymore. We still need pumpkin seeds. I don't know if there were some in that dungeon chest. There might have been. We could go back. While we're going back, let's cook this. And honestly, I'm just going to eat the rest of the beef raw, probably. Which is not going to give me a whole lot of saturation, but it'll do for now. Yeah, I always run past pumpkins on the way because I'm never thinking about it until I actually want them. Until they're like the focus of the card. Now, where the heck was that cave? It was basically right behind where I got the cocoa beans. Right? So it was like over here somewhere. We came down into the jungle and it was here. Those are melon seeds. Great work, chat. You lied to me. Where are any other dungeons? Yeah, if we get any from this dungeon, that'll be a miracle. Nice. Okay, miracles do happen. We still need a brown mushroom for the fermented spider eye. We still somehow need sweet berries after all of this. Plus an emerald when we find a village. That'll be easy enough. Throw those. We also don't need the saddle. We can keep a lot of this stuff. Okay, we got that. Good. Yeah, okay. Right, so let's head back towards spawn. If there are any chickens around here, we've probably been here long enough that they've laid an egg. But I don't see or hear any right away. Grab that. There's an egg. That means the cake is done. Nice. Now we can head out this way. There'll be brown mushroom over there in the roof forest. Again, this one was almost sub 30 and I'm amazed, but there's still a couple of crucial things we need. We need to find a biome that has rabbits in for a start. I swear I see rabbits everywhere when I play, but the second it's in a bingo card, they're nowhere. If you're playing in 1.18 and later, you find a lot more rabbits in meadow biomes, but those just aren't part of 1.16 generation. There we go. Man, iron tools are so... underrated for the amount of stuff that they can instantly chop in, like, quick games of survival like this. Like an iron tool being able to bust leaves instantly. See sweet berries over there. My sweet berries, my good time boy. Alright. There's a desert biome over here. That means rabbits, probably. That dolphin is doing a good impression of a rabbit. And on the way, we might be able to pick up a tropical fish. If there's any in this part of the ocean. I thought for a second they were salmon, but they are not. It's a red herring. Oh, imagine if there was a desert village. This is going to be a little bit rough if mobs start spawning, though. I mean, if the mobs are rabbits, then that's fine, but... Okay, good. We got what we wanted. I see pumpkins over there now. Don't hop up to me. Alright, time to find an emerald. Somewhere. Shipwrecks can have emeralds. Shipwreck buried treasure can have emeralds. We could find them in a mountain biome. Or in a loot chest in a village. We could trade for them. So many ways we can get them. And I believe, if I remember this correctly from last time I played, the Y coordinate on the screen or something in the coordinates turns green when you're in a mountain biome that can contain emeralds. So if you want to go mining for them, there is that option. But the current world generation has broken my brain in terms of where I remember to find specific resources, and I don't recall if emeralds are more common at a specific height or if they are just anywhere. But I think they're more common further down, which makes it difficult to stay in the mountain biome. So if I don't see one from the surface, I'm just going to keep looking, because there's a chance I'll find a shipwreck or a village or something, and that's going to be more likely. I mean, less frustrating searching, primarily. What's the time on this run so far? It's on the screen, 32:25. And counting. So not my best time, but still sub 40. And I'll be amazed if we can do it, but we might even get this run completed faster than the last one, because the last one took us 35. I don't see a shipwreck here. Don't see any villages anywhere. Still pretty good for a tough card. Yeah, it was finding 2 enchanted books on the last run that gave me hope the enchanted book wasn't going to kill this one. And somehow we managed it. It's just getting good luck on dungeons is the toughest thing. Because, yeah, it's so dependent on world generation, and they're not something that's easy to find from the surface. I think that ahead of us is a shipwreck. Is it the kind that has treasure in it, though? This is looking like treasure map shipwreck, but not... Oh, wait, no, hang on. The back cabin here sometimes has decent treasure in, so this might have an emerald. It does! Amazing! It's got a diamond as well, but we don't need that. Hey, 3344. So no PB, but still pretty decent. And actually better than our previous run by a good minute. Which is not bad for an enchanted book card. Oh, wow, okay, that's upsetting. Let's not do that. Are there usually that many dungeons? This is custom world generation, so all the biomes are smaller. There are no abandoned mine shafts. The dungeon slider is up to 100, that kind of thing. Right, we're going to leave it there because that's been 3 hours here on the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed. And, yeah, I'm going to hop back on Empires briefly to record another bit after this. But, at least we got a bit of the structure of that road done. I was getting kind of motion sick, honestly, just, like, going back and forth with some of that stuff. So, I think Bingo somehow cured me of that. Maybe I was just more focused. I don't know. We're going to go raid Boz, because Boz is playing some Minecraft today. I mean, he's always playing some Minecraft when he streams, but he doesn't get to stream all that often. He's got a really nice-looking shader on right now. He's got, like, an Aurora thing happening. Anyway, we're going to go raid Boz. Boz is a lovely, family-friendly content creator here on Twitch. And he's part of the 8-bit community, who are currently on 1.19, apparently. I didn't realize they'd update it, but apparently they have. So, hope you all enjoy Boz's stream. Say hi from me. You can use your Pixel Hype emotes and the hashtag PixelRaid to show some love. And I'll be back with you folks for a Choppin' Tuesday next Tuesday. So, have yourselves a good week in the meantime. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm probably going to go and watch the US Open final, actually, because that's going to be fun. Spawn Chunks episode tomorrow, Citadel Cafe on Wednesday. It's all go this week. So, yeah, I'll catch you folks later. Have a good one. My name's Pixlriffs. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.